Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing Dead Barbie. Yes, this is actually nothing like what I had originally planned to do with this look, but I actually love how it turned out and I hope you guys are excited to see. Just keep watching if you want to see how I got it. It's actually very easy. Sorry, I know we said we were just gonna keep watching, but it's actually really easy, and even if you're not a, special effects makeup artist or a pro in special effects, you could still totally get this done. And most of the makeup besides the bloody part is normal makeup. So you could, totally just do a Barbie too if you want. Barbie, dead Barbie, Barbie, dead Barbie. You could really go either way. So let's get started. Alrighty guys, so since I'm an Ipsy creator, I'm going to be showing you the products that I got in my Ipsy Glam Bag this month, starting off with a little mask action. So I'm taking the Wander Beauty Lift Off Purifying and Brightening Peel Off Mask. Yes, honey, this color is honestly everything to me, and I feel like it goes so perfectly with our little Barbie look and background and everything, so I was happy. And I just apply this all over my face and create a nice even layer, and I wait about 20 minutes, and once it's completely dry, I'll go ahead and peel it off, and every single time I use this stuff, it just leaves my skin feeling super smooth and brightened and ready for our serum. So then I'm going to go in with the Derma E Peptide and Collagen Serum, which again just helps my skin look super soft and smooth, and it helps prep for the makeup. Whenever I apply makeup on top of this, my skin just looks so glowy and dewy, and it actually has collagen in it as well, so it is helping with anti-aging as we're wearing it. I apply it all over the face and then up the neck to help me out there. Sticking with the anti-aging situation that we have going on, I went in with some eye cream, and this is me realizing that I forgot my Clarisonic. I've been using the one with like the eye massaging head. Oh my god, it's life-changing, but I had to use without because I forgot it today. But I used the Belief Moisturizing Eye Balm for that step. Then moving to brows, we're taking the Bugeshi eyebrow brush with the CoverGirl Sculpt and Set brow pomade, and I wanted to create super defined brows because we want them to look very perfect, almost like drawn on like a Barbie doll would have. And this pomade was honestly really easy for me to work with and build up the brows to get a defined shape, plus the angled brush tip was nice and thin but still firm, so I was able to create really precise brow strokes, and like I said, just build up those brows to make them perfect. And another step that really makes them look perfected is to clean up the actual shape of the brows. So I took a little bit of concealer and just went in on the bottom arch of the brow to clean that part up, and then also on the top of the brow to make sure that they look just as perfect as possible. Then I just went ahead and primed my eyelids to cancel out discoloration with a little bit more of that same concealer, and I blended it I blended it in to make a nice even layer here. No Barbie look would be complete without a bright pink eye look. So I'm taking the Carity Cosmetics Rosé All Day palette, and I'm using the shade Fun Day to really get that crease going. So I'm pressing that into the outer corner and then lightly blending that shade into the entire crease area, and then kind of blowing it out with a fluffier blending brush just to make sure everything is nice and dispersed. Then I took the Northern Lights eyeshadow from Nomad Cosmetics in Norskin number 3 right into the outer crease on a more precise brush, and then actually blended it up into the crease. This added a little bit more of a metallic feel. I wanted to give some dimension to this outer section and really get the shape of the eyeshadow going. These have a really nice velvety pigmented formula, so I was able to pack on the pigment nicely and then blend that out with another fluffy brush. Then moving on to the lid. So we are creating kind of like a half cut crease is what I would call it. So I'm taking my concealer on a really teeny tiny precise brush and creating that cut, okay? Cut. This Barbie is going to cut you. Just kidding. But I am creating that cut crease with the concealer. Then I'm going back in with the Nomad Cosmetics eyeshadow and placing that onto the outer part of where we placed down the concealer. And this is gonna be a transition into the pink shade. So again, really nice formula, and I was able to like just pack it on. Yes, honey. Okay, so back into our Carity palette, I'm taking the shade Frosé, and I'm placing that right on the lid as our main lid color. This shade was beautiful, you guys, and so perfect because it had that nice light rose undertone, like almost like a rose gold. Wow, couldn't say that today. But yeah, almost like a rose gold shade. And one tip that I have for creating this cut crease is going back in with your pencil brush and outlining very very lightly the part where the cut happens. And this adds just the dimension that we need to really create a bold cut crease. I actually went into the Sephora Editorial Pro Palette and I took the shade Abby and place that towards the bottom of the lash line just to smoke it out a little bit and get ready for liner. So for liner, I'm using the Eyeko Skinny Travel Size Liquid Liner in Carbon Black. And I'm not doing a wing today, but I still wanted to add on a little bit of liner so that we could help blend in the lash line. And this makes it a lot easier to apply our falsies on top because you don't have to fit them perfectly into your natural lash line. It just gives you a little bit of wiggle room. So I'm taking that and creating a thin line so you can see it glides on so smoothly and it's very nice and dark and pigmented. Then I did take a pencil brush and blend out the very edge of the liner so it blended in seamlessly with the eyeshadow. Since we're not doing a wing, I just wanted to make sure it was all blended out. And I did go ahead and clean up the eyeshadow not even fallout, but just the shape of the eyeshadow here just to make it nice and precise. Yes, and I went ahead and curled my lashes, and after that, it was time for mascara. So I'm going with the I Heart Extreme Crazy Volume Mascara from Essence Cosmetics. And for falsies today, I'm using Lily Lashes, the Makeup Samuel style, but you could honestly use any lashes that are nice and fluffy and have that cat eye shape to them. Then this is the fun part and the part that I'm so excited for you guys to see because it's actually so easy to do. So this is the Ben Nye Liquid Latex, and I'm starting to create the mouthpiece. So what the mouthpiece is actually called is a Chelsea smile, and I watched a couple of tutorials just to learn how to do this and make sure that I was going to be able to show you guys as best as possible. The one that I found most helpful was actually on the YouTube channel Carolina Maria. So I'll link it down below if you guys want a really in-depth tutorial on how to do a special effects Chelsea smile, but it really wasn't that difficult. So all you have to do is take that liquid latex, lay it down onto your skin in the shape of the smile that you want, and then I took some tissue paper and placed it on top of the latex. And basically the whole way that you create this mouthpiece is by repeating this process over and over again until you achieve the thickness that you would like. So I repeated this step about 5 times so that I had a good amount of layers to create the cut, if that makes sense. So every time that I put down another layer, I would make it a little bit bigger so that the inside part closest to the mouth was the thickest part so that we could create the cut that I'm going to be creating in just a second. But like I said, it really wasn't that difficult, and I still think that you guys could do this even if you're not experienced with SFX or anything. And yeah, good times. So one tip that I did want to say is that I found that when I was practicing this look, the first few times, the mouthpiece would kind of peel off on the bottom. So this time I really wanted to make sure to add a little extra layer of liquid latex there to just make sure to stick that mouthpiece down on the bottom, even if I was going to be talking or drinking or eating or whatever I was going to be doing. Okay? Yes. And this is me looking crazy. Love. So next up is where the cut happens. So you want to take an eyeshadow brush, and this is a technique that Carolina Maria did, and I really, really like this because it's a lot safer than any other way that I would have done. So I took that eyeshadow brush and placed it into the Chelsea smile and then cut on top of the brush so that it was less likely that I was gonna cut myself or my own skin. So definitely make sure to do this, but definitely be as careful as possible since we're using scissors so close to our face. But the next step is actually just to add foundation. So you wanna go all over your face, including over the latex and tissue concoction that we made. So the mouthpiece that we made, go over your entire face and neck, anywhere that's gonna show for your outfit. But for foundation, I'm using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Liquid Foundation in Y335. Whenever I use this one, I honestly feel like my skin looks so natural, but almost has like an airbrush finish, and it wears really, really well throughout the day. So I thought it would be great for Halloween makeup, but it also just looks so good in photos. So if you're gonna be taking, Halloween photos or any photos at your parties or your gatherings, this foundation is perfect. Next up, you want to go ahead and set the mouthpiece in place. So I'm using the Too Faced Peach Perfect Mattifying Setting Powder. I actually took this setting powder on a little round, like I don't know what these are called. I guess like a pad. These are the ones that kind of come in like compacts a lot of times, but I think I got this in a MAC compact, and I use that to press that powder into the skin. Really, really nice, especially over that mouthpiece, because I wanted it to blend as well as possible. Then you want to actually go in and spread apart the latex. So I'm gently pulling it apart at the rip. You want to be careful not to actually rip it, but you want to just gently pull it apart so that it looks really realistic and like your skin is just gonna rot off of your face. And this is creating the base for the paints that we're gonna place underneath to really make this mouthpiece come to life. Alrighty, so going in with the Makeup Forever Flash Palette, I'm taking the red shade, and this is what's gonna start, like I said, to bring this look to life. I'm just filling in that red into the lips and then also onto the skin underneath the mouthpiece where the cuts are. And I did actually kind of wipe it off my lips because I felt like it was looking a little clownish, like definitely Joker-ish. But then I went in with the brown shade from the Flash palette and also filled in that mouth area just to add some more dimension and to make it look more realistic. And I took the red and brown and dotted it around the mouthpiece on the outside where the latex is to just, again, bring this look to life. And this step is honestly one of my favorite steps. This is the Ben Nye Thick Blood. I've been using this for years in my Halloween tutorials because it's one of my favorite products to give a really realistic bloody effect. This product just adds so much dimension and realness because of the actual texture of it. So it is a thicker blood. It's not going to be runny down your face. It's actually going to stick to your, scabs and scars and whatever you're creating for your special effects makeup or Halloween makeup looks. And I actually took a little bit of the thick blood and also placed it around the wound. So not only inside of the cut, but around to, again, give it that texture to make it look really realistic. Now, moving to the face, we are going in with a full coverage concealer today because we have to get that perfect Barbie doll skin. So I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Double Duty Beauty Shape Tape Contour Concealer in light medium. And I'm just applying that underneath the eyes as well as down the middle of the face to create a nice, even highlighted look. Concealer honestly makes such a difference. Like, look at that brightened face. Yes, honey. I'm sure you guys know this by now, but honestly, this is a really good, not even good, amazing full coverage blendable concealer that really does cover everything you need it to. Like dark circles, gone. Discoloration, gone. Redness, gone. And then me, yes, honey, we're about to be looking like a porcelain doll, okay? Well, I guess plastic since Barbie is plastic. But next up, you want to go ahead and set everything down. So I'm using my MAC Studio Fix foundation in NC20, the Studio Fix powder foundation. I like this stuff for setting Halloween makeup because it's very full coverage. So it's going to last all day and all night, wherever you're going, whatever you're doing. But on top of that, it just leaves you looking very flawless and poreless. And that is what we want, okay? If we're Barbie, we gotta be poreless. And we went in with this contour palette, okay? So this is the Sigma Beauty Sculpt palette, and I'm using that to really carve out those cheekbones. Then obviously we have to warm up the face with some MAC Give Me Sun, and I'm just using this to kind of blend out the contour we already made. I found that this is the best way to get a precise but blended looking cheek area. And for blush, obviously we have to do a cute little pink shade for our Barbie look. So this is the Morphe Mini Blush in the shade Spirit, and it just has a nice blendable formula. I feel like these blushes apply so smoothly to the cheeks. Even when I have a bit of texture going on, I can still get a nice smooth flush of color. And then after that, I went in with some highlighter, and like my other puppet look, I didn't want to do a super blinding highlight because I wanted it to look like we had just perfectly radiant Barbie skin. So I went in with the same NARS highlighting powder in Ibiza, and I placed that on the cheekbones, at the tip of the nose, in the inner corners, and on the brow bone. And I feel like this powder really does give you that nice soft radiance, but it lifts the cheekbones really, really well. So moving back to the lower lash line of the eyes, I'm just smoking out the lashes, the bottom lashes, and connecting what we did on the top with the bottom with the same exact shades from the Carity palette. And then we're gonna go in with this Artist Color pencil set from Makeup Forever. I'm taking the shade Go Ahead Pink, and I'm lining the waterline to really, you know, pink it up in here. And of course, I had to go in with my NARS Climax mascara to finish off the eyes and just complete the mascara on the bottom. Moving on to my Mehron Paradise Pro paint palette, I'm taking this pink shade, and I was really inspired by Crispy's Halloween makeup tutorial this year. She did a, please excuse me if I'm mispronouncing this, but I think it's pronounced La Lorena. I'm sorry again if I mispronounced that, but I really liked how she did the watercolor tears. So I was really inspired to do a similar look for this Barbie look. So we did pink tears here, and these Mehron face paints were really, really easy to work with. You just have to dip it in a little bit of water, and depending on how much water you use will affect like the sheerness of the paint, if that makes sense. So if you use more water, the paint and the tears will come out a little bit more sheer. If you use less water, they will come out more opaque. I went in with a darker pink as well to add some dimension, but same thing applies, and the more water you use, the more runny it will be. So you just have to kind of play around with the tears and see how much pressure, how much water, and how much paint you need. But it wasn't too difficult. But since this was a dead Barbie look, I was like, you know what? We're really gonna do it up and do some glitter tears as well. So after I was finished with my pink tears, I took the Lit Cosmetics glitter adhesive and then Max Platinum glitter and placed that over some of the tears. Now this is what I lived for. Like, what? I love these glitter tears so much. This was probably like my favorite part of the whole tutorial. Well, maybe the mouthpiece too. And the eyes. I don't know. I really like this look, you guys. So I took that glitter and I placed the adhesive onto the tears where I was going to put the glitter, and I placed the glitter right on top. Then we actually went back into some bloody action, okay? So this is the Ben Nye Stage Blood. So this is a different type of blood than the thick blood. This one is runny, so I use this to create a blood tear because why not? We're dead Barbie. So then moving on to the lips, even though we have this mouthpiece going on, I still wanted to do something to the lips because we're Barbie, okay? You know, just give this to me right here. So I used the LA Girl Neon Pink Lip Liner to outline the lips and fill them in slightly. Then to top it off, I used the MAC Little Lip Gloss in Oh Baby to add that beautiful glass-like finish and shine to the lips. And yes, we were living, okay? Or actually, we were dead. We were dead Barbie. Then again, I just really wanted to get bloody apparently, but I took more of the Stage Blood, so the more runny, liquidy blood, and dripped it all over the mouth, and also took a little sponge and placed it around the wound. So to even give it more dimension. That's the trick, okay? It was just layering, giving it different textures, and it really did come to life. Sir, I got this Juliet Has a Gun perfume in Sunny Side Up in my glam bag, so I wanted to try it out. And if you like a soft, warm, woody scent, I think you will actually love this scent. And finally, another product I got this month, which doesn't really have much to do with the video since I'll be wearing a wig, but I wanted to mention it anyways, is the Verb Hydrating Mask. I love hair masks, especially since I've been dyeing my hair. And this one is amazing for really moisturizing my hair and getting it to look soft and shiny. Not the wig, but you know, my real hair underneath. And by the way, thank you again to Ipsy and the brand partners for the products in my glam bag this month. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe if you did like it and you want to see more, and give it a thumbs up if you liked it. And that's gonna be it for me. See you in my next video.